If you're over 60 and living with diabetes, chances are you've been told to stay away from sweet fruits. You've probably heard it from well-meaning friends, articles, or even your doctor. Fruit has sugar. Sugar is bad. End of story. But here's the truth I wish more people knew. Two of the sweetest fruits in your grocery store, yes, the kind that taste like dessert, can actually help stabilize your blood sugar. I'm not talking about exotic, hard-to-find superfoods. These are fruits you might already love, but have been afraid to enjoy. In fact, one study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that older adults who consumed just one of these fruits daily saw a significant drop in post-meal glucose spikes. Even Dr. Mark Hyman, one of the most respected voices in functional medicine, recently said, "Fruit isn't the enemy. It's how you eat it, and what else you eat it with, that matters most." Today, we're going to clear up the confusion, and I'll show you how to use these two fruits to feel better, not worse. Let's dive in. For decades, the message has been loud and clear. Avoid sugar, especially if you're diabetic. And since fruit contains sugar, many seniors have been taught to fear it. I've seen patients completely cut out fruits they once enjoyed, melons, plums, even apples, because they were terrified of blood sugar spikes. But here's what I tell them, and what I want to tell you today. Not all sugars are created equal. The natural sugars found in whole fruits are packaged by nature with fiber, water, vitamins, and antioxidants. This combination slows down how quickly sugar is absorbed into your bloodstream. It's very different from refined sugars in cookies or sodas that hit your system like a freight train. Let me give you an example. A 2021 study from Harvard found that adults over 60 who consumed fruits with high water and fiber content, like cantaloupe and plums, experienced more stable glucose levels than those who avoided fruit altogether. Why? Because the fiber helps slow digestion, and the water content dilutes the sugar concentration. That's something no candy bar can do. What matters isn't just the sweetness, it's the context. When you eat fruit slowly, in moderate portions, and pair it with healthy fat or protein, your body responds very differently. And the emotional toll of restriction is real. When you fear food, you start to feel powerless. You lose the simple joys, like biting into a juicy melon on a warm afternoon. That's not how healing should feel. As a doctor, I don't want my patients to live in fear. I want them to live in balance. And fruit, when chosen wisely, can be part of that balance. So here's my challenge for you. Instead of cutting fruit out, let's learn which ones to welcome back in, and how to do it in a way that supports your health, not sabotages it. In the next section, I'll introduce the first fruit. It's sweet, refreshing, and you've probably already had it in your fridge this summer. Are you ready to rethink what sweet can mean? Let's talk about melon. Let's talk about melon. Sweet, colorful, and refreshing, yet often misunderstood. I've had patients ask me, "Doctor, is melon safe for someone like me?" And my answer is yes. When eaten correctly, it's not only safe, it can be incredibly helpful. Melon is more than a sweet treat. It's made of over 90% water, which means it hydrates the body while delivering gentle nourishment. For older adults, hydration plays a critical role in circulation, joint comfort, and even blood sugar control. Dehydration can make your blood thicker and raise your glucose readings, especially in hot weather. Cantaloupe and honeydew are two of the best varieties for seniors. They're low in calories, high in vitamin C, and packed with potassium, a mineral that helps balance sodium, regulate blood pressure, and support nerve and muscle function. But what really makes melon stand out is its glycemic load. Although it tastes sweet, melon has a relatively low glycemic load when consumed in small portions. That's because its sugar is diluted by its high water content. A half cup of chilled cantaloupe has less than 8 grams of natural sugar, and it comes with fiber to slow absorption. Here's a simple way to make melon work for your health. Start your morning with a small bowl of cubed melon. Add a sprinkle of ground cinnamon on top. Cinnamon has been shown in some studies to improve insulin sensitivity, and it pairs beautifully with melon's flavor. Eat slowly. Let your body absorb it gradually. One of my patients, Diane, 73 years old, used to wake up with puffy ankles. We made one small change: melon at breakfast instead of toast. Within 5 days, she noticed less swelling and said she felt less foggy by midday. That's not a miracle, it's physiology. Water-rich foods reduce fluid retention, aid digestion, and help the kidneys flush out waste. You don't need to overdo it. A few cubes in the morning or a handful in the afternoon as a snack is enough. And if you store it in a clear container in the fridge, it's always ready when you need something quick and nourishing. Now that you've met the first fruit, let's move to the second one. It's smaller, a little tart, but incredibly powerful, especially for digestion and inflammation. Let's take a closer look at plums. Now, let's turn to a fruit that often gets overlooked, the humble plum. It's small, juicy, and full of natural sweetness. And for many older adults, it can be a quiet but powerful ally when it comes to blood sugar, digestion, and inflammation. Here's why. Plums are rich in compounds called polyphenols, specifically anthocyanins and chlorogenic acid, which have been shown to support insulin function and reduce oxidative stress. A study from the University of Oklahoma found that older adults who ate plums regularly showed improved glucose metabolism and less inflammation in their joints. That's not surprising when you look at the nutritional makeup of a plum. Each fruit contains fiber, potassium, and a bit of vitamin K, all wrapped in a skin that slows sugar absorption and supports gut health. This makes plums especially helpful for those who struggle with constipation or bloating, a common concern after 60. If you've ever felt sluggish after a meal or noticed stiffness in your knees or back, adding 1 or 2 plums a day can help ease those symptoms naturally. The fiber supports smoother digestion. The polyphenols calm inflammation. And the sweetness satisfies those late afternoon sugar cravings without causing a spike in blood sugar. One of my favorite ways to enjoy plums is also one of the simplest. Slice a ripe plum and sprinkle a pinch of cinnamon on top. The combination not only enhances flavor, it also helps reduce post-meal glucose spikes. Susan, a 68-year-old retired nurse I see regularly, started eating a plum with a handful of walnuts each afternoon. She told me it helped curb her cravings for cookies, and over 2 weeks, she noticed less swelling in her fingers and better sleep at night. That's the power of pairing. The fiber and fat work together to slow digestion and steady your blood sugar. If you prefer something warm, try roasting sliced plums with cinnamon and a few drops of lemon juice. 10 minutes in the oven, and you've got a naturally sweet dessert that's gentle on your system. So the next time you walk past the plum section at the store, don't skip it. That little fruit could be doing far more for your health than you imagined. In the next section, we'll explore how to combine these 2 fruits, the melon and the plum, for maximum impact, and why timing matters more than you think. Knowing which fruits to eat is important, but knowing how and when to eat them makes all the difference. Melon and plum each offer unique benefits on their own. But when combined thoughtfully, they can support your body in ways that go beyond blood sugar. They can help stabilize your energy, improve digestion, and reduce inflammation, without requiring drastic changes to your routine. Let's start with timing. I often recommend melon in the morning. Why? Because that's when your body is naturally dehydrated after a night's rest. A small bowl of cantaloupe or honeydew with a sprinkle of cinnamon not only rehydrates your system, but gives you a gentle lift in energy, without the crash of toast or cereal. It's light, refreshing, and easier on your pancreas than a processed breakfast. In the afternoon, that's when many seniors hit a slump. You might find yourself reaching for a cookie or a soda, especially if you're feeling tired or a bit low. That's when a plum shines. It's sweet enough to satisfy a craving, but thanks to its fiber and polyphenols, it slows down the sugar release and protects you from that roller coaster feeling. Here's a powerful tip. Combine your plum with a healthy fat. A few walnuts, a small slice of cheese, or even a spoon of almond butter will do. This pairing helps extend your energy and keeps your blood sugar steady for hours. Dr. James often says, "Fiber plus fat is nature's way of protecting you." Now, let's talk about consistency. A single fruit won't change your health overnight, but small daily habits can. I encourage many of my patients to try the 5-day fruit reset. For 5 days, eat a small serving of melon at breakfast and a plum with a snack or lunch. Track how you feel. Do you notice more energy, better digestion, less swelling in your feet or joints? One of my patients even kept a small journal. She wrote things like, "Day 3, woke up with less stiffness," or "Day 5, didn't need my usual afternoon snack." That kind of awareness can be powerful. The key here is not perfection. It's permission to enjoy fruit again in a way that supports your health, not harms it. By combining hydration, fiber, and balanced timing, melon and plums become more than just food. They become tools. Next, we'll look at when to avoid these fruits and how to listen to your body's response so you get the most benefit without guesswork. Even the healthiest foods can work against you if eaten at the wrong time or in the wrong combination. Let's talk first about timing. Melon is best eaten in the morning or early afternoon, when your metabolism is more active and your body is ready to use natural sugars as fuel. Eating melon late at night, especially close to bedtime, can sometimes lead to mild digestive discomfort or unnecessary glucose elevation during sleep. Remember, your digestion slows down at night. Plums are more flexible, but still best enjoyed earlier in the day, mid-morning, or as an afternoon snack, especially when paired with protein or healthy fats. This helps balance their sweetness and prevent energy crashes. Now, what should you avoid doing? Avoid eating these fruits alongside processed carbs or sugary drinks. For example, don't pair melon with a muffin or have plum juice with white bread. Doing so stacks sugars on top of each other and removes the benefits of fiber and slow digestion. Also, avoid canned versions or pre-sliced fruits in syrup. These often contain added sugars that defeat the purpose entirely. Instead, keep it whole, keep it simple, and eat slowly. Give your body time to process, but perhaps the most important thing I can offer you is this. Listen to your own body. Every person's glucose response is slightly different. That's why I encourage what I call fruit feedback tracking. It's simple. For 5 days, try the fruit plan. Melon in the morning, plum in the afternoon. After each meal, take a moment to observe. How do you feel? Energized, bloated, satisfied? If you have a glucose monitor, this is a good time to use it. Check your blood sugar before eating and again 90 minutes after. Don't aim for perfection, just gather information. Over time, you'll learn what works best for you, not just what the books say. One of my patients once told me, "I stopped fearing food when I started understanding it." That's the heart of it. You don't need to eliminate joy from your plate. You just need to guide it wisely. In the final part of this video, I'll leave you with one clear takeaway and a simple message I hope you never forget. If you've spent years avoiding sweet fruits out of fear, I hope today gave you something more valuable than information. I hope it gave you permission. Melon and plums aren't forbidden. When chosen wisely and eaten with intention, they can help your body heal, hydrate, and feel whole again. Try the 5-day fruit reset. Just 2 small changes. Track how you feel. Then come back here and share your story. If this message resonated with you, type Fruit Freedom in the comments, and let's show others that healing can be sweet, simple, and satisfying. And if you haven't already, subscribe. This journey doesn't end here.